Something is happening inside you right now, and you may not have the exact words for it yet. It is not quite the same as the tired feeling you have carried before, and it is not quite the same as the determination you always manage to find when things get hard. It is something different, something quieter but more powerful. It is a shift in your energy, and it is real, and it is already underway. Capricorn is not a sign that changes lightly. You are built for steadiness, for continuity, for the long game. You are the one who stays when others leave, the one who finishes what they started, the one who looks at a long road and decides to walk it anyway. But even the most grounded, most enduring sign goes through periods of deep transformation. And what you are entering right now is one of those periods. Not a breaking down of what you are, a building up of something greater, a shedding of the weight you no longer need, a sharpening of your focus toward the things that truly matter to you. This transformation does not announce itself with fanfare. It arrives quietly, the way all the most important changes do, through small signals, through feelings you can barely name, through the gradual recognition that something fundamental is different now. This message is here to help you name what is happening so that you can move with it rather than resist it. There are 11 things you are going to feel first as your energy shifts, and every single one of them is a sign that something extraordinary is on its way. Thing 1. A restlessness that feels different from the old kind. You have felt restless before. Most Capricorns have a baseline level of dissatisfaction that drives them forward. A quiet voice that says the current situation is not enough, that there is always more to build toward. But what you are feeling now is different from that familiar drive. This restlessness is not about ambition or productivity. It is deeper than that. It is an unsettling of something at the core of who you are and how you have been showing up in your own life. It is the feeling that the way you have been doing things, even the things that have worked, is no longer the way you are meant to be doing them. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially for a sign that values structure and reliability. When your own inner world starts to feel like it is shifting beneath your feet, the natural response is to grip tighter to what is familiar. But this restlessness is not a problem to be solved. It is a signal to be honored. It is your deeper self telling you that you have outgrown something, that the current version of your life was built for an earlier version of you, and that the next version of you requires a different kind of foundation. Let yourself feel it without immediately trying to fix it. The restlessness itself is information. It is pointing you towards something. Follow the direction it is nudging you in, even if you cannot yet see the destination clearly. This is the first sign that your energy is waking up to something new. Thing 2. A sudden lack of patience for things that once felt normal. There are conversations you have been having for years that no longer feel worth having. There are situations you have tolerated for a long time that suddenly feel intolerable. There are patterns in your relationships, your work, your daily life that you have accepted as just how things are. And now, without much warning, you cannot accept them anymore. This is not you becoming difficult or unreasonable. This is your energy shifting in a way that changes your tolerance threshold. What once felt manageable now feels like it is costing you too much. What once felt like a reasonable compromise now feels like a quiet betrayal of what you actually need. For a Capricorn, this shift in patience is significant because your sign is famous for endurance. You can wait longer than almost any other sign. You can tolerate more discomfort, more delay, more imperfection because you keep your eyes on the long-term goal. But when a Capricorn starts to lose patience with things that do not serve their growth, it is not a loss of strength. It is an alignment of priorities. You are being redirected away from what is wasting your energy and toward what deserves it. The things you can no longer tolerate are the things you were never truly meant to keep carrying. Let them go without guilt. Your energy is realigning itself around your real purpose. If what you are hearing feels accurate, know that it could happen if you applied this energy consistently for 21 consecutive days. That is the 21-day challenge pinned at the top of this channel. It is built around daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you are tired of staying in the same cycle, that structure is exactly what has been missing. Thing 3. An unusual clarity about what you want. After a period of confusion or indecision, something is beginning to crystallize for you. You are starting to see with uncommon sharpness what you actually want, not what you think you should want, not what makes sense on paper, not what would look impressive to the people around you. What you actually genuinely deeply want. This is a gift that your shifting energy is bringing you. Capricorns are not usually confused about their goals. They are practical and decisive. But there is a difference between knowing what you are working toward and knowing what you are working for. And what is becoming clear right now is the why beneath the what. You are starting to understand not just what the goal is, but why it matters to you at the deepest level, what it represents, what it would feel like to actually have it, what kind of life surrounds it once you get there. This clarity is going to change how you pursue everything. When your motivation comes from deep alignment rather than habit or obligation, the energy behind your actions becomes qualitatively different. You move with more focus. You make better decisions faster. You waste less time on things that are not on the direct path. This clarity is a gift. Do not take it for granted. Write down what is becoming clear. Make it concrete. Give your new clarity a form it can grow from. Thing 4. A growing discomfort with your own avoidance. Capricorns have a very particular form of avoidance. You do not avoid through laziness or chaos. You avoid through busyness. You fill your schedule so completely that there is never quite enough time to sit with the things that feel too vulnerable or too uncertain. The work is always legitimate. The responsibilities are always real. But somewhere inside that constant activity, there has been something you have been circling around without ever quite addressing. A conversation you have not had. A feeling you have not allowed yourself to feel. A truth about your own needs that you have been too busy to examine. Your shifting energy is making this avoidance increasingly uncomfortable. It is as if the space between you and the thing you have been avoiding is shrinking, whether you move toward it or not. The discomfort you are feeling is not punishment. It is an invitation. The thing you have been avoiding is not as dangerous as your discipline has made it seem. In most cases, it is simply the part of yourself that needs attention. The part that is asking, quietly but persistently, to be seen and heard and taken seriously. Your energy shift is making room for that part of you to come forward. Do not fill the space back up with more tasks. Let the discomfort guide you toward what needs to be faced. On the other side of that facing, there is a freedom you have not felt in a long time. Thing 5. A stronger pull toward genuine rest. You have rested before. But there is a difference between the kind of rest you allow yourself as a reward for finishing your tasks and the kind of genuine, restorative rest that your body and your spirit are now asking for. Capricorn often treats rest as something that has to be earned. You feel uncomfortable slowing down unless everything is handled. But the truth is that the level of vitality you need for what is coming cannot be built on the foundation of exhaustion that has accumulated over years of pushing through. Your energy shift is bringing with it a deeper need for real stillness. Not a vacation necessarily, though that would help, but a genuine slowing down. A willingness to stop running through your to-do list in your head at all hours. A recognition that the pace you have been keeping is not sustainable and that a different pace is not failure. It is intelligence. When you allow yourself to truly rest, you are not losing time. You are building the kind of energy that actually creates results, the kind that comes from a full and replenished inner source rather than a slowly draining one. The pull toward rest that you are feeling right now is your body and your spirit preparing you for the next phase. Honor it. The next phase requires more of you than you currently have to give, and rest is how you gather what you need. Thing 6. A shift in who you feel drawn to spend time with. Look at the people around you right now. Some of them have been in your life for years, decades even. Some of them are newer. But what you are noticing, perhaps for the first time with this level of clarity, is that not all of them feel right for where you are going. Some people energize you. Some people drain you. Some people remind you of who you are at your best. Some people keep pulling you back into patterns you are trying to move beyond. Your shifting energy is making you more sensitive to these differences. You are becoming more aware of how you feel after spending time with certain people. You are starting to notice which conversations leave you lighter and which ones leave you heavier. This is not about judging the people in your life or dismissing relationships that have had real meaning. It is about recognizing that as you change, the way you need to be met by others also changes. And some relationships are going to evolve with you, and some are going to stay where they are while you move forward. Both outcomes are acceptable. What is not acceptable, for the Capricorn who is genuinely shifting into a new chapter, is staying locked into social patterns out of obligation rather than genuine connection. Your energy is realigning your relationships. Let it. If this message is resonating with your sign right now, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal at exactly the right moment. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support, whether as a subscriber or as a member of this community, is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch hearts, awaken minds, and transform lives. If this video has been making sense to you, drop in the comments the day you were born. Let us keep going. Thing 7. A return of creative or intellectual curiosity. There was a time when you were deeply curious about something. Before responsibilities stacked up, before the structure of your days became so tight that there was no room for exploring something simply because it interested you. That curiosity, that original spark of interest in a subject or a skill or a form of expression, is coming back. It may feel small at first. A book you suddenly want to read. A subject you find yourself researching without a clear reason. A creative impulse that surfaces during a quiet moment and refuses to be entirely ignored. Do not dismiss it as impractical. Capricorn is deeply practical, yes, but practicality in service of a life that has no joy or curiosity is not a virtue. It is a limitation. The curiosity returning to you now is part of your energy shift. It is your deeper self reaching for the parts of life that were always meant to be part of your story. The parts that got buried under the weight of being responsible and serious and goal-oriented. Let yourself follow the curiosity. It does not have to become a career. It does not have to justify itself financially, at least not immediately. Just has to be allowed. And what you will find is that when you give this curiosity space, it feeds back into everything else you are doing. It makes you sharper. It makes you more inspired. It reminds you why you work so hard in the first place. Thing 8. A greater sensitivity to your own emotions. This one may feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. Capricorn is not typically known for emotional sensitivity. You are known for handling things, for staying composed, for keeping the machinery of your life running regardless of what you feel. But your shifting energy is bringing with it a thinning of the wall you keep between yourself and your emotional world. You are going to notice feelings more readily. You are going to be more affected by certain things than you are used to being. A piece of music might stop you. A conversation might touch you more deeply than expected. A piece of news, an act of kindness, a moment of unexpected beauty might move you in a way that surprises you. This is not a weakness. This is a humanizing, and it is part of what makes the next chapter of your life possible. The version of you that could feel more is the version of you that can connect more. And connection, true and genuine connection with other people, with your own inner life, with the meaning behind what you are building, is the fuel for everything you are trying to create. Let yourself feel more. It will not make you less capable. It will make you more alive. Thing 9. A recognition of how much you have already built. In the middle of a shift, it is easy to focus on what still needs to happen, what is not yet finished, what still feels like it is missing. That is the Capricorn default. You keep moving your own goalposts because you are always looking ahead. But something that comes with this energy shift is a new ability to look behind you and actually see how far you have come. Not with false modesty that quickly moves on, but with real grounded appreciation for the distance you have covered. The things you have built, the situations you have survived, the people you have helped, the character you have developed through years of discipline and commitment are not small. They are significant. And as your energy shifts, there is going to be a moment, maybe a few of them, where you see what you have built with clear eyes and feel something you do not feel often enough. Pride. Not arrogance. Not ego. Just the clean, quiet pride of someone who has kept their promises to themselves and to the people who depend on them. Let yourself feel that. It is not a distraction from moving forward. It is the fuel for the next phase. You cannot sustainably work toward the future if you never acknowledge what the past has already produced. Thing 10. A readiness to ask for help. This is a big one for Capricorn, and it may be the sign that most clearly marks that a real shift is happening. You are one of the most self-sufficient signs in the entire zodiac. You have built a life largely through your own effort. You have solved most of your problems by thinking harder, working longer, and refusing to give up. Asking for help has always felt like a last resort, something that signals inadequacy or defeat. But something in your shifting energy is beginning to challenge that. You are starting to feel the genuine limits of doing everything alone. Not in a defeated way, but in a wise way. You are beginning to understand that the people who build the most extraordinary lives are not the ones who need the least support. They are the ones who know exactly when and how to bring the right people alongside them. Asking for help, real help, meaningful collaboration with people whose strengths complement your own, is not weakness. It is the next level of your capability, and as your energy shifts, you are going to find it easier, more natural, more genuinely appealing to let others in, to share the weight, to build something bigger than what one person can build alone. This is not the old Capricorn. This is the new one. This is the version that is ready for what is coming. Thing 11. A deep and quiet knowing that this time is different. Above everything else, underneath all the specific feelings and shifts and signals described here, there is going to be a knowing. A deep, quiet, unshakable sense that this particular season of your life is different from the others. Not just harder or easier, different in kind. As if you have crossed an invisible threshold and the landscape on this side of it is genuinely new territory. You have been through difficult seasons before. You have been through periods of hard work that eventually paid off. But what you are feeling now is not just another difficult season or another productive cycle. It is something more fundamental, a changing of what is possible for you, a recalibration of your ceiling, a clear message from your own depths that the life you have been working toward is no longer a distant dream. It is the life you are actually standing at the edge of, getting ready to step fully into. Trust that knowing. Do not let the practical, cautious part of your mind talk you out of it. The practicality that serves you so well in planning and executing cannot be allowed to become the voice that talks you out of believing in your own arrival. You are arriving. You are already in the process of becoming what you have been building toward. The knowing is real. This time is different. If this message resonated with your sign, trust that it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it always sends exactly the right signal, and you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or as a member of this community is what keeps these messages alive. They are the messages that touch, awaken, and transform. If this video made sense to you, leave in the comments the day you were born. The 11 things you just heard are not predictions about a vague and distant future. They are descriptions of a process that is already happening inside you right now. The energy of Capricorn is one of the most quietly powerful forces in the entire zodiac. You are ruled by Saturn, the planet that demands real work and rewards it with real results. You have put in the real work. You have lived through the seasons of patience that your sign requires. And now the shift that comes after all of that patient, disciplined effort is becoming visible. Not just in the outside world, in the opportunities arriving and the relationships changing and the circumstances improving, but inside you, in the way you feel when you wake up, in the way you see yourself in moments of stillness, in the way you carry your own weight differently now. This is not a moment to slow down, but it is a moment to breathe differently, to move with the shift rather than against it, to stop gripping so tightly to the version of your life you built in the last chapter, and to open your hands to what the new chapter is trying to place in them. You have been a Capricorn long enough to know that nothing worth having comes easily, but you are also wise enough now to know that sometimes the work is not more pushing. Sometimes the work is more receiving, more openness, more trust that you have done enough to deserve what is coming. The shift in your energy is not a disruption. It is an upgrade, and you are more than ready for it.